powerful alliances with others to destroy enemy clans. Millions of people are playing this free-to-play game right now and enjoying every minute of it. With that being said, here's 7 things that you probably didn't know about Clash of Clans. The creator of the game is Supercell. The company was founded in Finland in 2010. They are responsible for the hit games Boom Beach, Heyday, and Clash Royale. Supercell is valued at over $5.5 billion. Although these games are free to play, or freemium, players can make in-game purchases to give them the edge that they need to dominate their opponents. Clash of Clans rakes in about $5 million every day. Today, the company has a staff of over 250 employees. The crazy thing about all of this is that Clash of Clans has about 30 million active users, but the team that runs the game only consists of about 15 people. The workload may be insane, but the payout is pretty freaking sweet. Surprisingly, the game earns most of its revenue from the top 10% of players. Elite players know that the only way to stay on top is to shell out some big bucks. Players are incentivized to pay for wall upgrades, gold, elixir, and expensive archer towers, because if they leave their bases unattended in real time, other players can come along and attack them while they're away, losing trophies and resources. A Clash of Clans player named Panda spent over $7,000 in a single month, and at one time, top Clash of Clans player Jorge Yao spent $250 a week on gems. Now, you may be asking yourself how a dude living in a 300 square foot apartment in San Francisco can afford to spend that much a week on a game. Well, he had some very wealthy sponsors, most of which were from the United Arab Emirates. At one point, he was playing on 5 different accounts to stay on top. He even had the bright idea of wrapping his 5 iPads in plastic bags so that he could bring his gadgets into the shower with him. Jorge spent 6 months at the #1 spot, and he was the first player to break the 4,000 trophy mark and instantly became famous worldwide. But once he felt like it was taking over his life, he graciously bowed out of contention and stopped playing the game cold turkey. He hit the #1 spot again recently, but it only lasted for a morning. With all this cash flying around, you may be wondering, what do they do with all that money? Well, some of it goes towards marketing purposes. They can afford some big-name celebrities to endorse their game. For Super Bowl 49, they spent $9 million on a 60-second spot starring Liam Neeson.
I can't wait to destroy your village while you beg for mercy, but you will get no mercy. I will have my revenge.
Liam? Have a scone for Liam?
Over here.
This ad was the most watched commercial on YouTube in 2015. At the time of this video, it has around 117 million views. Supercell even got Christoph Waltz, the Bond villain himself, to play in a series of commercials. One even featured the late-night sensation James Corden. But not only do celebrities appear in their commercials, they also play the game. Jeremy Lin, Daniel Craig, and Mr. T, just to name a few. Oh, and don't forget about John Cena! But seriously, he does play. Speaking of Mr. T, Supercell is obviously fans of the Fool Pitier himself, so much so that the Pig Rider is modeled after him. The distinctive mohawk and beard is a dead giveaway. The only difference is the voice.
Now you got me.
I'm not sure why the Hog Riders need to have such high-pitched voices. In the past, Mr. T has lent his likeness to other games. At one point, he was a spokesperson for the World of Warcraft game.
I'm Mr. T and I'm a Night Elf Mohawk. What's your game?
Another highly beloved character of the game is the Pika. This seemingly unstoppable force has the strongest armor of any elixir-based troops and the highest damage of any normal unit in the game. The letters P-E-K-K-A don't officially stand for anything in particular. Supercell held a Facebook contest in August of 2012 to see who could come up with the best written-out name for Pika, as judged by the number of likes. The name, Perfect Enraged Knight Killer of Assassins, was the winner. But what is a Pika? A knight? A samurai? A robot? No one knows. But the mysterious and dangerous Pika is a girl. On one of the loading screens, there's a tip that reads, "The armor on Pika is so heavy that spring traps do not work on her." Now, some may say that calling a Pika a her is the same as christening a ship as a she. But honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what gender Pika is. it's still badass. One of the best features people respect about this game is the personal break timer. Basically, if you're playing the game non-stop for an ungodly amount of time, let's say 6 hours, the game automatically kicks you out and makes you take a break, sort of like a cooldown period. Folks have speculated that Supercell did this to deter people from using game-cheating bots, allowing them to stay online and protect their defenses 24/7. But most people think that it's just so people don't die while playing video games. Over the last decade, there have been dozens of well-documented cases of people